New details about a deadly ambush-style shooting in Northridge over the weekend.
The victim has been identified as 22-year-old Maria de la Rosa, an aspiring singer. We're told she was in a parked car along with two others when two men opened fire. Eyewitness News reporter Rob Hayes is live in Northridge, where he spoke with the victim's mother. Rob.
Yeah, Giovanna, we're learning that two men have been arrested in connection with this shooting. That information is coming from the singer's family. We're still trying to get it confirmed by LAPD, but that weekend shooting took the life of a very talented young rising music star.
Maria de la Rosa was on the fast track to fame in the Latin music world, but it all ended in a hail of bullets in this Northridge neighborhood over the weekend.
I wanna die when she told me she received a shot. Yo, where?
Dianita de la Rosa is Maria's mother, the family setting up these memorials in their house. They say their 22-year-old daughter was out with friends Friday night. They ended up in a car here near Bryant and Tampa when two men walked up and opened fire. LAPD calling it an ambush shooting.
What happened to her? How do that to her? Who do this to her? Because this is not normal. It's not normal. She not deserve.
Maria, who was in the passenger seat, was the only one in the car who was shot. She was pronounced dead at a local hospital. Her family today telling Eyewitness News that two suspects have been arrested, but we have not been able to confirm that with LAPD. A possible motive for the shooting has not been released. But in the meantime, Maria's family says the world has been robbed not only of a kind, beautiful human, but of a rising musical star as well.
She was so young. She has too many things to give in to the people. It stole her life.
Now, Maria de la Rosa came to the U.S. from Colombia when she was just 3 years old. Again, her family is telling us, though, that two people have been arrested in connection to her murder. Reporting live in Northridge, Rob Hayes, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Shalom. As always, I want to start these videos by giving all glory, honor, and thanks to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son for this wisdom and knowledge. That is Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rakah Kodesh. I'm the brother Ilah Yahawada. Another video and is, hey, these women ain't exempt from judgment no more. Okay, so I was, in the spirit of watching a lot of these police videos last night and just astonished how completely degenerate and gone these citizens here in the United States are watching these police videos. And as I'm watching one of them, this wasn't even the video. It was a post on YouTube, and it says breaking news. 3 men have been charged. 3 men have been arrested and charged with a murder in connection of the shooting of 22-year-old Maria de la Rosa, an aspiring Latin singer who was killed in an ambush-style attack. Northridge prosecutors confirmed Wednesday. Okay, and an ambush means they plotted that out. They was waiting. They was lurking in the cut, waiting to run up on her, and they got her. Okay, and you don't really hear stories about that of women, especially celebrity women. These rapper females, when it's a Jake rapper, he gets shot and killed. That's every day. But you starting to see more and more these women ain't safe out here, okay? And if you listen to the mother, let's click on her. She was saying that's not normal. That's not normal. And I always like to say, the number one sign America's through is when these women, in particular Eve, start getting judged out here, okay? Because we know for Esau's the end of the world, Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. We also know that Eve done made that contract. She didn't sign that deal with the serpent. Okay, and she got beguiled once again in modern day times through the feminist movement. And we see, look at, as is the mother, so is the daughter. We see the haughty eyelashes. We see all this, okay? But that price for whoredom is starting to pay for that, okay? And niggas is getting tired of these women with they attitude, walking around in that Roy Jones Jr. spirit, can't be touched, that bone crusher, never scared. Well, Eve's starting to get touched out here. Okay, I was going to start with Isaiah 32. But matter of fact, let me get that spirit's created for vengeance. Okay, them spirits created for vengeance is starting to, look at you women. Okay, this is going to be the Ecclesiasticus, the 39th chapter, verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hail, famine and death. All these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword punishing the wicked to destruction. In the modern day, sword being these guns, which also, they call it gunfire. Okay, that's a spirit created for vengeance. And when they say it was a ambush style attack, that's how they plotted. And we don't know the underlying details of it, but all in all, she got judged by the Heavenly Father, and she's in the spiritual realm, which seeing a female singer get clapped in the streets, having the death of a Jake, dying like a nigger is another sign that these women, they little hedge of protection is drying up. I've never seen a year of more and more stories of women getting judged, pit bulls coming out the woods and biting them up and all, getting in a car accidents and, the food stamps and the SNAP and all this. These women is starting to catch that hell. So let's get Isaiah the 32nd chapter. That ease, that happy fun time is starting to end. And hey, you gonna feel it. Okay? It's like getting surgery with painkillers. Take those painkillers off and you gonna feel it. Them painkillers of ease that Eve has been, getting high off of is drying up, man. And she's getting judged out here, just like Jake. Okay. Scriptures speak that 2 parts of our people shall be cut off by the sword. Majority of 2/3 are women. There's more women than men. And hey, the time is ticking on they time at the top to bathe in the glorification of wickedness and whoredom. Okay, there's a judgment for that. Isaiah 32 verse 9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women. For the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you, and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. Upon the land of my people shall come up thorns and briars. Yeah, upon all the houses of joy in the joyous city. And we seen, that's relating to, these jobs, these government jobs, these government benefits. There's this Section 8, there's welfare, SNAP, WIC, all these little benefits these women been having. Never mind the court system, the legal system, the police favors them. Okay, going back to these police videos, you see a bunch of women in the damn police department. Well, pretty soon, shit gonna get so dangerous. If niggas is crazy and turned up now, what you think they gonna be on when there ain't no 911? When there ain't no police presence in the field, okay, when you can't call 911. And this comment right here speaks on it. Never seen the LAPD work this hard to solve a crime. Thank you, though. Okay, so basically, all them Jakes out there in Los Angeles, when it's niggas dying, whatever, it is what it is. But it was a nigger woman, okay, and we know she's of the tribes, so-called Colombian, okay. I believe she could be of the tribe of Asher or Zebulon. Okay, because we know Colombia borders Panama. But anyways, nonetheless, she's one of the tribes, Eve, and she got judged out there, okay? Moving on, that hedge of protection is drying up, and there's a lot of hell to pay because these women ain't exempt, man. They done did a lot of dirt, okay, a whole lot of dirt, and the Lord is judging them for that whoredom. We can see her look with the haughty eyelashes. Let's go back to, this is her right here. And then let's go back to the mother. Okay, and all these stories of these women getting judged this year, you don't never see no father present. Okay, This is that Eve getting beguiled by the serpent. She's for the streets. Sirach 26 verse 8 through 10. A drunken woman and a gatter abroad causeth great anger, and she will not cover her own shame. The whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids. If thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. And these women got too much damn liberty. Okay, the previous chapter, 25 verse 19, it says, give not a wicked woman liberty. Salakia. 25, that's 19. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. Where's this at? Speaks on giving a wicked woman liberty to get abroad. Salakia. It's 25 verse 25. Give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to get abroad. But what did Esau do? Going back to Eve and the serpent, he gave these women all the liberty, all the freedom in the world to basically become 304s out here in harlots. And Jake tired of that, man. And Jake about to get busy when there's no police, when there's no carnal presence to stop them from judging these women out here. Leviticus 19 verse 29. Do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore, lest the land fall to whoredom and the land become full of wickedness. And that's what we see here in America. And the Lord is finally starting to send a sweep of all this whoredom and degeneracy. All these watching these police videos, these crazy ass niggers and nigger women. Who you think raised them? A bunch of prideful ass single mothers, and that cycle of degeneracy and whoredom and everything bad, it gets continued. Okay, that's why the Lord starting to do a sweep. And we gonna close off on this. This is a parable speaking on the nation of Israel as a whole, but we can also relate this to the women of the tribes. You know, men, when there's no police out here, when all hell breaks loose, that spirits created for vengeance is gonna be looking straight at you women. It ain't gonna be nowhere to hide. Jeremiah 4 verse 30. And this story of this aspiring Latin singer is just another example. Okay, that Eve starting to get clapped out here. She's starting to get judged. Jeremiah 4 verse 30 and 31. And when thou art spoiled, what wilt thou do? Though thou clothest thyself with crimson, though thou deckest thee with ornaments of gold, though thou rentest thy face with painting, in vain shalt thou make thyself fair. Thy lovers will despise thee. They will seek thy life. For I've heard a voice as a woman in travail, and the anguish as of her that bringeth forth her first child. The voice of the daughter of Zion that bewaileth herself, that spreadeth her hands, saying, woe is me now, for my soul is wearied because of murderers. Okay, and Eve done raised a whole lot of murderers, but that recompense is going to come back on her head. Okay, a lot of these women ain't as safe as they think they is. And more and more stories we see of this shows you the end of Babylon the Great America, which is described biblically as a whore. Okay, the daughter of Babylon, the Babylon the Great. Okay, so when you start seeing the daughters, the little whores that Babylon raised get judged out here, that's how you know, hey, the days of America is over and quickly coming to an end. And is about to be all out hell in these streets. I hope this was edifying. Shalom.